Warriors, how are you doing? I am in central London and I'm seeing some corporate clients today, and I'm blessed to be here, and it's a gorgeous morning. I just want to start off this morning by singing a bit of Bing Crosby, because I was just listening to I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. That is, for me, like, it like caresses my soul, that line, when he sings that. Are you a Bing Crosby fan? I love Bing Crosby. I just love his voice. I could sing that all day. Have a little go now. Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Do, do, do. I don't know the rest of the... I don't have a fucking clue what the rest of the lyrics are, if I'm perfectly honest with you. They could be anything. Fart, 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 fuck, 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 shit, shit, shit. I don't know what the rest of the lyrics are. Hey Brenda, thanks for the nice words about the singing. I'm just going to make a little video here, just going to tell a quick story about why it's so important we don't worry about what people think. When I was at university, I was a bit of a tearaway, I'll be honest. Anyone who knew me back then knew I was a bit wild. I've still got that in me, really, somewhere deep down. Incredibly wild human being. Met a lot of girls, had a lot of fun, and I was a rugby player, and that was my life. And anyway, I met a girl. Her name was Alice. This is my wife now. We've been together for almost 13 years. Anyway, I met my wife, and she happened to be in a relationship with a friend of mine. Now, this guy was not an incredibly close friend, but he was a friend nonetheless. And he had a lot of friends who were my friends as well. So it made it kind of complicated. But basically, the long and the short of it is, Al and I connected more and more and more and more over the course of that year. And every time I met with her, and every time I stood with her in a bar having drinks, I would just be blown away. My whole system, whatever you want to call it, your gut, my heart, my brain, like everything, my whole system said this woman is absolutely worth doing whatever it needs to be done to create something with, as long as there is a connection, because I felt the connection from her too, because it's got to be mutual. But essentially, I was going out with someone else at the time, and I could look back in hindsight now and realize that the entire time I was living a lie. The entire time I was trying to preserve the status quo and not ruffle feathers and not face the difficulty. And this went on, and my now wife, Al, she also stayed with her boyfriend as well, this friend of mine. And it all got very, very weird, and this is not stuff I'm proud of by any means whatsoever. But in the end, they broke up, and when they did, many weeks later in that summer, Al and I said, look, do you want to meet up just as friends and see how things go, and let's see how this thing evolves. And it did, and I just fell madly in love, and I'm still madly in love today. And I cannot believe how lucky I am sometimes. This woman, I mean, honestly, guys, this woman, Alice, she blows my mind. How accepting she is, and how loving she is, and how willing she is to bring everything she has to the party, whether that's her soul or whether that's her spirit, to enjoyment, to conversation, to anything. And if she's listening, just know that, Alice, just know I do love you so much. I really do. And so in the end, I had to ultimately sacrifice the relationships that I'd forged at university, because I knew that in in getting with Alice, it was going to be like the biggest controversy, because it was going to mean that people were going to go, geez, fucking Will's a dick. You know, how could he do that to his friend? How could he hurt his friend that badly and be that much of a dick? Well, the point of the matter is this. Morally, in my head, I had to know that they were fully broken up and that there was no love there. And according to Alice, apparently there wasn't any love there for years anyway. And it was never the right relationship for her. And I know myself even that, because I was, like I said at the very beginning of the story, I was a bit of a naughty boy, but I know for sure that he cheated on his wife. In fact, there's one story that I could tell, which I won't tell right now, rated R, but we'll come to that another time. But the point is that I had to let go of what people thought about me in order to align myself with my truth, with exactly what my body and my mind and my soul and whatever I want to call it, my gut was telling me. My gut was telling me, this woman is the most incredible woman you're ever going to meet. This woman is your soulmate, and every bone in my body just said, don't worry about what people think. It's going to pan out fine. And I did, and I took the leap, and then we went for it. And subsequently, we got in a lot of trouble. A lot of people ruffled feathers, a lot of people got pissed, and there were lots of words exchanged, and there were messages sent, and friendships collapsed, and all these things. But I knew my truth. And that's the key to this story. The key to this story is this. If you are in a situation in your life where you know your truth, have the courage to act upon it. Have the courage to truly express and be who you really are, because that is the most important thing in life. It'll create the tribe that you want. It'll create the relationship that you want. It'll create the career that you want, the mindset, everything. Ditch what people think. I remember when I was writing my book, I had certain people who I won't mention who didn't believe in me, who also thought, why is he's like a rugby guy, like why is he writing about self-help? That's really weird, really deep, and really not what? That's not Will. And they had this idea of who they thought I was. They had this idea of who they thought Will should be. And of course it's fucking bullshit. Because who I was and who I'm becoming is what my truth is. And the only truth that I can ever know is, do I feel good going in this direction, or do I not? Because if I don't, I've got to make a change. And that's what I want you to remember today, to know that you have the courage to make a change, that you have the courage to decide to act upon your truth, that you have the courage to really truly be yourself, because nobody can do it for you in this world. And just the less you care about what other people think, the more and more happy you're going to become, because you're going to craft that career that's truly close to your heart, to your mind, to your body. You're going to craft that relationship that feels super good to you, and you're going to craft the body that you want. You're going to craft everything that you want by giving a shit about what people think. And it's not to say that we're unkind either. This is not to say that we carry ourselves with unkindness and that we start, there's the bells, I'm right next to St. Paul's Cathedral. It's not to say that we start becoming unkind or get all weird with people, but I truly believe that the key to confidence in this world and the key to life is to let go of what people think. Is to let go of what people think about how it is you're carrying yourself. And it's not to also say that occasionally there are going to be some hard truths to take on board if people are people who you really respect and who are very close friends, that they call you out occasionally, that you don't take the grain of truth, because I think that's important too. I'll never forget a buddy of mine calling me out on something, and it was such a surprise. But I just, in hindsight now, I can go, yeah, you know what, dude? You know what? You were right. You were right. And I can take the grain of truth. But that's an ego journey. That's the ego. Can your ego handle someone calling you out? And can your ego handle somebody voicing what it is they'd rather you did a bit more of. And I think the thing for us is that we've got to remember that people are coming from the position they're coming from. And sometimes we've got to be really empathetic of that and reflect on what we're doing. But all in all, we've taken that grain of truth and we are kind of what we do. All in all, this message really, truly is still just about you following your truth, being who you really are, not giving a fuck about what people think about how you eat, who you date, what you do for your job, what kind of literature you want to read, or what kind of literature you want to write, anything. You are the one. You are the master of your ship, the captain of your soul. And I truly believe that you have the courage to act upon that truth within. And it's just a decision that you can make each time to know what it is you're feeling, act upon those feelings, and know that waiting the other side of fear is pure freedom. Because it ain't going to be easy. It ain't always going to be easy doing these decisions, making these decisions, because they're often the hardest decisions of all. But I just believe me, my friend, that if you can just step into the darkness, it also means that you're going to eventually step into the light. Because the light is there. But if you close yourself to the darkness, if you close off to the darkness, you also close off to the potential for light too. So you've got to open yourself up. Ain't always easy, but I truly believe that you can do it. If there's a thing you've got going on in your life where you know you need to face your truth and you need to kind of move forward, that I believe that you can do it. And I have faith in you. If you ever need me on these kind of things, facing fears, doing these things, growing in confidence, just know I'm here. PM me. I am so happy. It's my passion, my friends. But guys, honestly, I am buzzing. I said to my friend last night, he said, Will, you really should mention that, because I was saying to my friend last night, we had dinner together, beautiful, wicked evening, loads of laughter and banter and good times. And I said to him, I said, dude, I was talking about the Wellness Warriors, and it was just saying about how much I get benefit from doing it. When I do these live calls, I just feel I'm buzzing. I'm in my pure joy. I'm in the flow. I get the almost the therapeutic benefit too, because I'm listening to it and I'm listening to my own voice in a way, and I'm voicing my own stuff. So I'm buzzing. Just know that, my friends, this is effortless to me. This is joy. This is my thing. I love to do. And thank you so much to you for enabling me to do that. And I truly, truly thankful. Let's finish with a bit of Bing. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Don't know the fucking lyrics. I've not got a clue. Anyway, I'll stop sucking in London's vital oxygen for me to be doing my pathetic singing, and I will love you and leave you, my friends. It is a joy to be here. Thank you so much. Final thing, it's been all about the poll this week. If you could do that pinned post, it's above. Check out the pinned post, and just if you could do a bit of a poll on that. I'm going to read all your comments later on. I love your comments. I'd love to hear feedback. It is essential for me to hear feedback, and that's partly why I want you to do the poll as well. So go to that poll. It's on the pinned post, and just click on things you're most interested in this journey, because this is about you. This is about me providing to you, and we're going to do this together. We're in this for the long haul, my friend. I'm going to be around for a long time. So, my friends, I love you, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.